welcome one of America's favorite comedians, Gary Owen. For real though, man, give us, how did you become so black? We know that, right, in the academy where I teach, they go, race is a social construct, which means it ain't biological. So if it ain't biological, then you one of the blackest guys we know. What is it about black culture that entrances you, that enchants you, that you became familiar with? Tell us your story.
Well, I will say, when I first started doing stand-up, I couldn't get up in the mainstream rooms.
Right.
Like the Comedy Store, you had to wait in line for 3-4 hours, and then I was in San Diego, and there's only one spot. I was stationed with some black guys, and they were telling me, you can go here, 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 and here to go up. A lot of white comics didn't want to go there.
Right.
I get up every night. So I was like, I just want to get on stage. So if I wanted to go the quote-unquote hood spots, I can get up 3-4 times a week. But none of the white guys want to do that, but I would go. And of course, when you go to that audience, you play to that audience. And I always say there's a difference between playing to your audience and pandering.
Right.
Playing is, if I'm at Showtime, I'm at the Apollo, I'm not going to talk about Tim McGraw. Right. If I'm at the West Virginia State Fair, I'm not going to talk about Lil Wayne. So you got to play to your audience, but not pander to them. I'm still me on stage.
That's right, that's right. All right, all right. But if you go talk to the Tim McGraw crowd, you can talk about Nelly, though.
Yeah, I can talk about Nelly. And they're just going to be like, oh, that was the black guy that did the song with him.
Yeah, he's a good one, ain't he?
Yeah.
So when you think about, look, let's just go there. Bruno Mars is coming under a lot of pressure. People saying, well, he's appropriating black culture. And a lot of black people think he is, and a lot of black people think, well, he's a non-black minority himself who appreciates it. How do you deal with the fact that when you're a non-black person and you're engaging in, as you do, comedic exchanges with people that are rooted in black culture, how do you avoid being charged with, oh, you just ripping off and appropriating black culture? You're seen as actually part of it.
Yeah, well, I think I pride myself on knowing how far to push the envelope without going too far.
Right.
And then also, when I like to think of my humor, I do deal with race a lot.
Right, right.
But I'm not dealing with the stereotypical race. I like to take you in a way that you don't see coming. Like, I'm not going to be like white people can't dance and black people like fried chicken. That's too easy.
Right.
I mean, everybody does that. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. I do like fried chicken.
Right. And, like Asians can't drive. That's just the stereotypical stuff. I like to think I'm smarter than that.
Right.
And it's also like, it's just stuff I observe. Like, I think a lot of times we get so scared to talk about race and culture like it's bad.
Right.
When it's not right or wrong, bad or good, it's just different. We do stuff different. And it doesn't make it bad.
Right. No doubt. So, recently, you were engaged in, shall we call it a French word, contretemps, with Monique, and y'all had some interesting exchanges and talks and tweets and stuff. So you were defending your friend. Tell us about what was going on with Monique and that drew you out to make the statement you made.
I was bored. No, I didn't think it was gonna take off like it did, but all I was literally in the carpool lane waiting to pick up my daughter from school.
Right.
And I just saw it was like 5, 6 in a row things of Monique. And then when she started attacking my friend Will Packer, and then she tried to...
A great producer.
Right, who's done a lot for my career. And, personally, he's a friend of mine.
Right.
Like if I go to Atlanta, we hang out and things like that. So when she tried to compare him to Harvey Weinstein, and then she tried to compare him to the slave that led the other slaves to the bottom of the ship, I go, that's a little too much. So I spoke up. I never called her out her name.
Right.
I didn't curse at her. I didn't say I don't like her as a person. I just said she's wrong in this instance. Right. And that's what happened.
Now, are you gonna clap back at her? Are you gonna speak back?
No.
You gonna let it ride?
There wasn't ever. I was never gonna clap back. I just said my piece, and that's it. It's over. And even if I saw her, I'd be happy to talk to her. But I mean, it's not like a back and forth beef, and I dislike her or I wish bad things upon her. It's not that at all.
And you're familiar with black women. Do you know any well?
Do I know any?
Yeah.
I know a few.
You know a few?
The few I live with in
That's
my house.
what I was gonna say. I'm trying to joke with you. So you're married to a black woman. You got daughter. I mean, tell us about your situation there, because that makes an interesting, if you will, overture into you ain't just talking about it, you being about it, right?
My wife's not like her name is Kenya. Her dad was in the Black Panthers. I mean, she's from the Bay. She's all about the struggle.
Right.
And even my daughter, who's mixed, I call her Kennedy Kaepernick, because she's coming, man. She's coming. She got mad at me because I stood up at the national anthem at a 7th grade volleyball game. She goes, "She's gonna stand?" I was like, "There's 30 people here. I'm taking a stand on social injustice here."
She was Moniquing you already, man.
Oh my gosh. Then she asked me, "Am I gonna watch football this year? You gonna watch NFL football?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, I'm not watching until Kaepernick plays." I said, "Well, I won't watch on Tuesday, Wednesdays, but I'm watching on Sunday."
Hilarious. Right.
But I think sometimes when nobody calls you on stuff, people just keep letting it go.
That's right.
You know, and I luckily my wife calls me on a lot of stuff.
All right, yeah.
You know?
No doubt, right?
Because I've gotten in my feelings before where I almost went to Twitter and Instagram and she goes, "Don't
do it.
Don't. It's coming."
She said, "Let me save you. Let me save you.
Even
I'm a black woman. Let me save you."
Even when the Monique thing happened, she goes, "Get ready." She just said, "Get ready."
Yeah, it's coming. But she supported you.
Yeah, oh, without question.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, you have a foundation as well. Tell us about the Gary Owen Foundation.
Yeah, I got the Gary Owen Family Foundation, and what I realized is, you know, the area that I grew up in Southern Ohio, it's been overrun with opiate addiction and heroin addiction. I had a brother pass away of a heroin overdose. I got another brother that gets sentenced next month for dealing and using. And so in the area I live in, it's bad. So I wanted to give kids scholarships that came from lower income families that didn't have straight A's, wasn't great athletes, because that seems like the only way you get scholarships is to be that. But what about the kid that got a 2.6 that wasn't able to eat at night, that lives in a trailer, sleeping on the floor with no pillows and blankets?
Where's that kid? That's right. No.
So we gave. Last year was the first one we gave. I sent a kid to Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. So I told him I'm paying all 4 years for him to go to school. He just has to keep his grades up. And then he also has to, there's stipulations. He also has to do community service and stuff. You can't just sit there and not do anything.
I love that, man. Look, I got to play this right quick. I know they tell me I got to play this game of this or that right quick. All right. The funniest of your 3 kids, Emilio, Austin, or Kennedy?
Austin.
All right, no doubt. Best soul food, fried chicken or collard greens?
See, you're going to get me on this because I'm eating better. You know what I mean?
But when you
fried chicken tastes way better than collard greens.
All right. So what's the better workout, 5 a.m. workout or 5 p.m. workout?
5 a.m. Got to get your day going.
Best comedian, Kevin Hart or Jack Black?
Ooh, see, you trying to set me up. See that? I just got to have a beef. I've worked with Kevin, so I'll say Kevin. I've never worked with Jack Black.
Why don't you say Gary Owen?
I could say that, but that wasn't one of the names.
Going to be black that way. It's me, all right? Everybody give it up for Gary Owen.